I am Victor Chiarizia. This is Blue Ridge Mountain Creamery and Fruit of the Fire glass. Originally glass, when I got out of high school, I didn't want to go to college really, so I went down to New Jersey and took a one-year class at Salem Community College and learned how to do industrial scientific glass blowing. That was 75, 76. And I did that for a long time, about 20 years, doing industrial and scientific work, and I eventually shifted over into art glass, which is what I always wanted to do anyways. So I built a furnace and practiced and took some classes, and 41 years later, here I am. And the cheese started getting tired. My body's getting a little bit worn out from glass, and I wanted to have a second business. So I love cheese, and there was a big hole in quality cheese here, especially raw aged cow's milk cheese. There's lots of good goat's milk cheese around. There has been for a while, but not many people were doing cow's milk. So that's how I got into doing cheese. Starts out with raw milk. For me anyways, raw milk. You can pasteurize it if you want, but I prefer to have raw milk. Once a week I go to my dairyman and I pick up the raw milk. In the morning I'll load up my kettle with about 35 gallons of milk. If everything comes out right, it should yield about 32 to 35 pounds of cheese. The milk is heated to a certain temperature. I add a specific culture depending on what kind of cheese I want to make. And then it's a matter of ripening the milk, building the acidity, and then separating the curds and whey. So at a certain point you cut after you add your rennet, which coagulates the milk, you cut it and you cook it, and as you cook it the whey gets expelled from the curd. And then it's a matter of cooking it and keeping track of the acidity, and when the acidity is right and the curds are right, you drain them and form up your wheels. People always ask, why glass and cheese? And I always say they both can be artistic endeavors, as they can both be just industrial. Well, I wanted to emulate what's going on in Italy and France, and they have underground caves. So I wanted to have a real underground cave. So what happened here was I rented my friend's backhoe, and about 45 hours later of digging, I had this all excavated out until I hit bedrock. And then when I hit the bedrock, I poured concrete footings. It's roughly 18 by 18 inside, something like that. Did concrete footings, then I had my concrete man build the forms for the 3 walls. The back wall's bedrock, the other 3 walls are all concrete. And then it was a matter of building that and then putting the supports and the ceiling. It's about 8 inches of concrete all over, and there's around 7 feet of soil up on top. Glass blows and cheese stinks. No, right now we're getting ready for the Cheese Fest, which is in April 24th, Sunday. That's going to be fun, a lot of fun doing that. The markets I like doing the Saturday markets, so I usually have small glass and gourds and kind of stuff like that I sell on Saturday mornings. It's fun. It's not a lifestyle, it's an adventure. Yeah, it sure as hell ain't a job, that's for sure.